community in Emoha local government area of Rivers State and his gangs somewhere at Ogoloma in Okrika local government of Rivers State. On sighting the operatives, the hoodlums opened fire, but were overpowered due to the superior firing power of the police operatives. Wadi Ahmadi and his gang has been on the wanted list of the police. He has killed policemen, innocent citizens, and has been terrorizing the east-west road, kidnapping and robbing for ransom, and has made the Eli Brother indigents desert their homes.
Well, CP Emeka said operatives of the command also rescued some kidnapped victims at the Eveku community in Emoha local government area who were traveling from Osun to Rivers State.
While on routine patrol, operatives of the command received information that hoodlums were operating along east-west roads between Iveku and Odoha in Emoha local government area of the state. On arrival at the scene, operatives combed the forests and 5 victims were rescued. They were all traveling from Osun State to Rivers State. Upon frantic effort, both by the police and the local vigilante, after a gun battle with the hoodlums at their camp, 4 more abducted victims that were still in captivity were rescued on hot, making them 9.
Well, correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that the Commissioner of Police also said that the Emoha local government chairman, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, has redeemed the 2 million naira bounty placed on Wadi and his gang members.
The system of policing in this era is carrot and cane. We encourage those who work very hard, and definitely those who have done some of these feats will be encouraged. So I have gotten message that the package is heading here.
Well, as you may know, Wadi and members of his gang have been linked to armed robbery, kidnapping and other criminal activities along the Emoha axis of the East-West Road. The most recent was the kidnap of Justice Azunda, protocol officer to the former Chief of Staff, Emeka Woke, in Isiodo community. The situation led to the review of the bounty placed on him by the chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, from 1 million naira to 2 million naira. The National Industrial Court in Abuja has ordered the arrest of the police IG Usman Alkali and the Force Secretary AIG Hafiz Inuwa for disobeying an order of the court that some police officers who were forcefully retired be reinstated. The court ordered that the IGP Alkali and the Force Secretary Inuwa be arrested and produced in court for necessary action. Moving on now, the oil spill which happened in Aleto Eleme local government area, Rivers State, on Sunday was contained today. The Joint Investigation Visits JIV team who contained the spill, however, could not complete the work of ascertaining the cause of the spill today. Well, correspondent Suibio Ruwari, who was at the scene, reports that the JIV team consists of officials of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSTRA, the Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, Rivers State Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources, and they were accompanied by chiefs, elders and youths from Aleto and officials of Eleme local government area. Our correspondent reports that there was disagreement as to the possible cause of the oil spill. Also, the manifold line where the oil spill erupted over the weekend is owned by SPDC, and this is the second time the line is witnessing an oil spill. In the meantime, the zonal director of Nostra, Ime Kanem, told our correspondent that the report of the JIV will be made available tomorrow. Meanwhile, the CDC chairman of Aleto, Alali Amechi, explained the impact of the oil spill in the area. He said aquatic life has been affected.
Past 3 days now, this incident happened, and we have been trying to call on their attention. It's just this afternoon or this morning that they try to listen. The fishermen that have been fishing in this river, they have nothing for them. We are trying to call them. They should come and contain this first. When they contain it, then they should check the volume of the damage, because this thing has spread all over our river coast, all over, from here to where we call our way. Just something that happened here at Okulu here, go across. So we are not happy about it. We are not happy as a people. You can see the farm there. Look at those plantains there. They're already withered.
Well, he said the oil spill was possibly caused by equipment failure, and he exonerated the people of Aleto from destroying the oil pipelines.
It's obvious. You can purity herself, purely equipment failure. There is no compromise about that.
There's no certified evidence to show.
Yes, but they say they will still come back, but it is obvious. Common sense will tell you this is equipment failure by maybe the high pressure. I am almost 50-something years old now. This equipment was here even before we were giving birth to my mom was even married. This equipment was here. So I have not heard of any maintenance have been done on this line.
On his part, the Aleto Youth President, Prince Mbadikwe, also spoke on this.
It was on Sunday morning. I got on a call that there is a leakage crude pipeline. I find out there was a heavy pressure. You can't even get to this point we are now. I sighted it from very far. Since then we have been here. We were here yesterday, share came down and they tried to see what they can do to stop the pressure, which I believe that they shut down the line in their flow station. Today they can able to excavate to find out the root cause of the spillage, of which
Stakeholders and chiefs of Elem Sangama in Akokotoro local government area of Rivers State say it is not true that the Oil and Gas Committee headed by Ibim Dokobo has been dissolved and replaced with CDC led by Tubobanimi Dabiri. A statement jointly signed by Godi Orusa, Godno Zungo, and the community secretary Emmanuel Billy said the purported news item sponsored by the paramount ruler of the community, Tamuno Bere Orusa, and Alabo Charles Dokobo lack credibility because the tenure of the Oil and Gas Committee headed by Mr. Dokobo is still subsisting. They said the entire community, in a general meeting held on the 26th of February 2022, affirmed the decision of the Elem Sangama Council of Chiefs, which had by a letter dated the 12th of September 2021 and signed by paramount ruler Tamuno Bere Orusa and the community secretary Emmanuel Billy, fixed the tenure of the current Oil and Gas Committee for a period of 5 years, starting from 12th September 2021. Well, the statement said that the Elem Sangama Council of Chiefs, in a meeting convened by the executive chairman of Akokotoro Local Government Council, which had in attendance representatives of all security agencies in the local government area, affirmed the position. Well, the statement concluded that it is not the practice in Elem Sangama for the Amayanabo to issue an advertorial or sponsor a news item without being endorsed by a majority of the members of the Council of Chiefs and the Community Secretary. As such, the public, including SPDC and other relevant government agencies, should discountenance the news item because it does not represent the decision of the entire community. Away from that, the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, has congratulated the members of the 10th National Assembly on the inauguration and election of its principal officers, urging them to represent the interest of Nigerians. The CUPP, in a statement by its national co-spokesperson, Mark Adebayo, asked the lawmakers to make laws that directly impact the lives of Nigerians. Well, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio, was elected as the Senate President. Akpabio got 63 votes, while his rival, former governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, had 46 votes. Senator Jibrin Barao was also elected Deputy Senate President. In the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas was elected Speaker, while Benjamin Kalu is now the new Deputy Speaker. In his first address to the senators, Senator Akpabio assured Nigerians that the 10th Senate would do their best for the good of the country.
I want to assure Mr. President that no matter what
for the overall good of the South-South and Nigerians.
I would say it's a welcome development. Akpabio also from South-South, though the president is from South-West. Akpabio is from South-South. It's a good balance this thing.
This is the first time that a senator from the South-South are becoming Senate president. To me, I'm very happy for that. He will do well, and I know that he will remember the South people.
In working with Tinubu, things will get better.
Yes, he did well when he was governor. For the record that you have, elected or not elected, that is not the still the same process. The most important thing that you can't use the dirty house.
Well, they also spoke of their expectations from the 10th National Assembly.
For us to make a law that will balance the democracy, let it be seen. We cannot be practicing or known as a country that is practicing democracy, then we are practicing autocracy inside of. No, they should make a law that everybody, irrespective of your level, should benefit from it.
We're expecting them to come up with laws that would help govern the country very well. They should pass on bills that will be effective in every sector of the country and that will alleviate the pain of every suffering Nigeria. They should also be able to influence the executive in a way that whatever decision they will take in the nation would affect us positively.
Let them try to open border so that things will enter and go out in this country. From there, that will alleviate the level of poverty in this country.
Former Senate President Adolphus Wabara is not happy that former Senate presidents and their deputies were not invited to witness the final session of the 9th Senate and the inauguration of the 10th Senate. Speaking in an interview with journalists, the former Senate President recommended retraining for the Clerk of the National Assembly and the Clerk of the Senate. The Adamawa member representing Hong constituency, Bathia Wesley, has emerged as Speaker of the 8th State House of Assembly. Wesley was elected unopposed, and Mr. Wesley becomes the first physically challenged person to be elected leader of the legislature. Now, as you may know, Akwa Ibom State Governor Umoeno is the first person living with albinism to become governor in Nigeria. Still ahead, Nigeria emerges leading African oil producer. Stay tuned.
The President of Obakari Wezina Central Community Development Committee, OCCDC, on behalf of the entire Obakari Wezina clan, in Emoha LGA, heartily congratulates His Excellency Sir Amopu Senibo Siminala Ifubara, GSSRS, and his deputy, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Odu, on your well-deserved victory and subsequent swearing-in as Governor and Deputy Governor of Rivers State, respectively. We also use this medium to acknowledge the excellent contributions of His Excellency Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, CON, Dikoha Ikwere, immediate past Governor, towards the development of our clan and Rivers State in general. May we, in the same vein, congratulate our national and state legislators in persons of Chief Owel Onyeso, Barrister Boniface Emerengwa, and Chief Honorable Justina Emeji for their victories. As a people, we are also confident that your administration will complete and commission at record time the dualization of Emoha Obakari Road as approved by your predecessor. We pledge our unalloyed loyalty and unflinching support to your administration. It's our prayer that the Almighty God will protect, direct, and guide your footsteps as you deliver the dividends of democracy to the people of Rivers State. Signed, Chief Barrister Luke C.O. Mehiele, President, OCCDC, for and on behalf of Obakari Wezani clan.
Felicitation, felicitation, felicitation. I, Comrade Collins Echikbu, the Chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers NUT Rivers State Wing, on behalf of the members of the Union, heartily felicitate with a brand new Governor of Rivers State, Amopu Senibo Siminala Ifubara, KSC, his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu, the senators, House of Representatives members, and State House of Assembly members across Rivers State on the occasion of this year's Democracy Day. Sirs, it is the prayers of all the good teachers in Rivers State for God to guide you as you jointly steer our great state to the promised land. We assure you of our unalloyed solidarity as we all strive to protect our hard-earned democracy. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Rivers State. Long live the Nigerian Union of Teachers. Teachers are great, no controversy. No teacher, no nation. If we teach you, don't cheat us. This is signed by Comrade Collins Echikbu.
Mr. Prince Ugochukwu Okiri, aka Oil and Gas, wishes to appreciate the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike, for his amiable act for consolidating on the new Rivers vision. He also wishes to congratulate Honorable Kelechi Wogu on his swearing-in ceremony as the member representing Ichiomomo Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives in Abuja on the 13th of June 2023. He further appreciates It's the member representing Omoma constituency at the River State House of Assembly, Honorable Silvanos Wankwo, and the Executive Chairman, Omoma Local Government Area, Honorable Chisom Winwu. And he says a hefty congratulations to Honorable Uche Wanfo Maximus on his successful screening and confirmation as Commissioner Designate by the River State House of Assembly. Omoma is truly blessed. Mr. Prince Ugochukwu says, no chekao, no kanka.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Thank you for staying with us. Student leaders in Rivers State have raised contrary opinions to the new law establishing an education bank to provide interest-free loans to Nigerians seeking higher education. Leader of the National Association of Nigerian Students in Rivers State, Levi Okuru, says the federal government should create flexible means for the poor to freely access the loan and avoid processes that will lead to hijacking by the rich.
This bill would rest the case of lack of funds, which is hindering indigent students to have good educational pursuit. We also wish that the necessary modalities on how students can get this loan should be made flexible, and it should be made available for those ones that could not aid their educational process and not to be hijacked by top politicians that have what it takes to take their children to any educational level. At least if it is followed the rightful way, it will help increase educational sector in Nigeria.
Well, some students also spoke on this.
Well, I can actually say not all students is going to be able to pay back the loan, because most of them are like, if I should take that loan, last I'm going to actually end up in the prison.
It's a good one because it will help to cushion the effect of difficulties that some students and then some of the challenges that we as students will find in tertiary institutions.
The conditions therein, I don't think it is too much for a government to say that somebody who wants to get a loan like that should be guaranteed.
In other news now, Chief Executive Officer and founder of TAF Foundation, Jay Kepele, is calling on the new administration to ensure adequate inclusion of persons living with disabilities, albinism, as well as women in the cabinet. Mr. Kepele spoke on the occasion of the International Albinism Awareness Day, which is marked on the 13th of June every year.
When it comes to the theme inclusion, we're not just advocating for a segment of people to be included. I'm advocating for women. I want to see women, not just women with disability or albinism, occupy their rightful place. I want to see those who have been further left behind take the center stage.
Well, the theme for the 2023 International Albinism Day is Inclusion is Strength. In business, Nigeria has emerged as a leading African oil producer with 1.1 million barrels per day, excluding condensate. In entertainment, the Recording Academy has announced the addition of new categories at the 2024 Grammy Awards. And in sports, the Spanish and Brazilian football federations presented their plan for a friendly match at the Santiago Bernabeu in March 2024 to combat racism after global outrage at the abuse of Real Madrid's Amnesty International said war crimes were possibly committed during last month's fighting between Israel and Palestinian militants in the Gaza Strip. Well, Amnesty is calling on the International Criminal Court to investigate. On the news this evening, you heard that the police have killed the wanted gangster Onuigwe Wadi and his gang members in Okrika, Rivers State. Stakeholders have disagreed over the cause of the oil spill in Aleto Eleme, Rivers State. Reactions are trailing the emergence of Senator Godswill Akpabio as the Senate President. On the foreign scene, Amnesty International is alleging war crimes in last month's fighting between Israel and Palestinians. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. Rain in Port Harcourt this evening. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I'm Constance Mega. Thank you for listening.